Justin Herbert, QB 11, 477 completions, 699 yards. Wow, 699 attempts, 68.2% completion, 4,739 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 54 rushes, 107 yards, 0 touchdowns. Thoughts on Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert was quietly QB 11 last year. I think that's where I'm going to start with.
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of killing you with Justin Herbert were his rookie season and even the start of his sophomore season. He was running a little bit more. He's a little bit more efficient, right? So he's averaging basically 2 yards an attempt. His rookie season, he was averaging more than that, and he also ran for a couple touchdowns, right? It's these bonus hidden gems. Justin Herbert, honestly, I think is a little bit more effective when he's moving a little bit as opposed to just being a statue back there. Now, to his credit, Justin Herbert got rattled last year. He was dealing with injury too there for a little bit, which I think kind of stunted some of this production. I think he can be maybe QB5, maybe just outside the top 5 when it all comes down to it. But I think what's going to hold him back is if he's not going to run with the football, at least a little bit, right? And I'm, 300 yards, right? I think 300 yards should be easily obtainable because he is an athletic guy. So, you need 30, 20, 28, 29, 30 touchdowns, somewhere around there. The 10 interceptions don't bother me, but you have to increase the rushing numbers a little bit. So, call it 4,900 yards or something like that in a Kellen Moore offense, which I think is completely possible. So I think that you're getting about fair return with where you're drafting him, right? Because you're drafting him at 5, 6, 7, depending on, how your league mates want to draft quarterbacks. So I think you're kind of getting him right around his average, where I think his average finish is going to be. So there is no upside with Herbert, which is the downside for, where you're drafting him to where we think he's going to finish.
He's got one of the most electric arms in the league right now, right? Like he's got arm talent for days, but you hit the nail on the head, right? Like somewhat limited on that top end potential based on the rushing work to it. Now, if he can get back to what he did his rookie and sophomore season, where he took off and ran the ball about 60 times for right around 300 yards. Yes, that's going to put him in that conversation. And I get that last year having that fractured rib cartilage early in the season definitely took some time to kind of get feeling right on that one. Plus Mike Williams, plus Keenan Allen missing a lot of time early in the season as well. He certainly came on strong when it was all said and done there. But this is a guy that, again, you hit the nail right on the head that you're drafting him about his peak. You're drafting about at the ceiling on this one. Will he outperform Patrick Mahomes? I don't think so. Josh Allen, probably not. Jalen Hurts, no. I don't think that he's going to put up more points for fantasy production than any three of those guys. Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, that's where he starts kind of getting into that range. That's really what you're hoping for. Is you're going to draft him at 7, hoping that he moves up to QB5. It's a tough road to try and do, especially if you're talking single QB league where you're drafting him 51st overall. Like that's early 5th round. That's your flex. That's your a second or third running back, third wide receiver. Like there's a lot of other options out there to kind of fill that one too. And a super flex, first round draft pick, you'd have to kind of take him in the right tier.